Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So, before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. If you have any comments, questions, topics, suggestions, if you want me to give you my take on any topic, put it in the comment section. If you want to connect with me through other social media outlets, you can connect with me on Facebook by searching for me, Carlos Flores Jr. Look for my face and my beard. If you want to connect with me on Instagram, type in @BackOnBasics. If you want to connect with me on Irks, type in @BackOnBasics. Also, if you want to connect with me on Reels, pardon me, I still have to. I'm still getting used to it. On Threads, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as Instagram. Type in @BackOnBasics. So, let's talk about humility. Let's talk about being humble. Let's talk about being able to, and bear with me, because I'm going to bring up the topics. Yeah. Let's talk about how sometimes you have to do something mental or physical so that way you can get motivated to move forward. Remember, I talked about that, talking about different things, but humility, right, or lack of humility, is an interesting topic to me, because a lack of humility means that some people just don't care, or maybe they're just hyper focused on just themselves, and so things don't matter. Remember, life is a marathon. It's not a race, right? We can't just go and go and get things done, or we can't just follow just somebody, right? And look at what they're doing and replicate it exactly. Because, remember I talked to you about that last time. It's because you cannot. Because we are all very individuals, very unique individuals. And so what works for me doesn't work for you. So humility, being able to be humble, be able to say, I can't do this, and asking for help. Those are good traits. Those are good attributes, because you're open to feedback. You're open to your support system giving you feedback from their perspective on what you're doing. Remember, it's interesting, because when we do things from a humble perspective, we have the opportunity to say, I don't know. And it's okay to say that. I don't know. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to adapt and deal with what's in front of me. Like today, I needed to get one of the cars to be smogged. And so I turned it on. I saw the check engine light. I looked everywhere that I could, right? And so, I mean, at some point, and believe me, it took a lot of courage and a lot of knowing yourself, because I knew that as soon as I humbled myself and said, I can't fix this myself, then I went down. I did. I went down. And so, then I started doing what I told you yesterday and the day before. I did something mental and something physical. I cleaned some stuff. I put stuff away. I made sure that I focused on things that will motivate me and move forward. And so it is interesting that, today's topic came out of what was happening to me in the morning. And remember, I'm here for you. And we are all in a journey, different journeys, but we're all in a journey. And sometimes we need people to support us. Sometimes we need people to leave us alone. Sometimes we need people to course correct us. Sometimes we need our support system to tell us, that's not the way to do it. Or that's not the easiest way to do it. Or I think you need to do this. And so being humble and being able to let go, sometimes it's hard. It is hard. It was hard for me. I mean, I told you, I went down. I laid down in bed for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And then I started thinking, well, then we need to look for other options. There is no way about it. We need to look for other options. And so we all did. We started looking for other options. So my support system and I worked it out. So that way we figured out another option. And it did. And we tried it. And actually, we went to a mechanic that we know, and he was great. He gave us advice. He diagnosed what was going on. And then he said, you can do this. I can also do it for you, but you can also do this. And he taught me how to do that. I mean, he didn't even know me. This was the first time I've ever met him. And he didn't even know me. And he's a great guy. And he taught me how to do things. So again, I got humble again. And I said, look, you have taken a lot of stuff that's here just rolling around, thinking about, stressing about. You have taken it off my plate. And that's what I needed. And he gave me his card, and guess what? He's part of my support system now. Because I can just text him, right, and call him. And I can say, hey, this is what's going on. Can I bring it into your shop? And it's amazing, right? That I started out the morning really well. And then I said, oh. And then I humbled myself and I took a nosedive for a little bit. Then started doing activities. I took a micro break and I watched the men's gold medal, basketball gold medal as the U.S. won. And then I just started doing things. And I built little victories after little victories, and then I moved forward. And then I was able to get it done, not completely, but by the time that we met with the mechanic, I was practicing being humble enough to let go of things, enough to adapt, enough to listen. And that's what sometimes I'm stubborn. You got to understand that. But I listened and I said, he knows more than I do. And that's the reason why I thanked him. I said, can we pay you something? He said no, because he just diagnosed and helped us tweak a little bit. But at the same time, I made a connection to my new member of my support system. And believe me, you need to find those people that are willing to meet you where you're at, but at the same time, provide you with the feedback that you need for you to move forward. So, it's great. Now I know what to do. And there's a couple of options. He can do it, or I can do it, because he taught me how to do it. Man. He humbled himself. Because he said he could do it, and he told us, he quoted us, which was a very super reasonable price. And then he said, oh, you can do it, and this is how you do it, and these are the things that you need to do, and this is what it looks like, because he brought out some from another car, and he's like, this is what it looks like. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're going to order. And told us the name. I wrote it down. I mean, right now I'm going back and forth. What do you do? Right? All I know is that we have somebody in our support system that can help us with intricate automotive stuff. Again, be humble. Be humble. Humble yourself. It's hard to do it. I'm telling you, it's hard to do it. I think that's the reason why I learned so much, because I want to be able to fix almost everything that comes in front of me. But there's times that I can't. And before I would just sit and just think about it and think about it, and I would go into negative aspect and I would go here and there. Yeah. No. I said to myself, I'm going to humble myself. I'm going to say, I can't. Can you help me? So again, that is the power that you're actually, what you're doing is you're handing over control over to somebody else. Somebody else that knows how to deal with the issue, deal with the question, answer your question, or fix something. You hand it over. But it's hard for most of us to do so. But I'm telling you, practice, because it will make it easier. Why do you think the people that have gotten to where they're at, the millionaires, the billionaires, are where they're at? It's because they use their support system, because they adapt based on feedback, because they humble themselves, say, I'm giving you control of this. Can you help me? Again, that's why the big corporations have, a council of people that talks to the boss, right? And so, and again, you also have to realize that life is just ups and downs, right? So you have to keep in mind these people that are in your support system, because you will utilize their help when it's down. You will celebrate and appreciate them when it's up. You're still going to appreciate them there, but you're not in the right frame of mind to do it the right way. So as you're climbing back up, as you're adapting, as you're moving forward, you will appreciate them. So again, that's what I have been doing all day, ladies and gentlemen, all day. I have been humbling myself, sometimes to the point that I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel right. But it does. It does. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. Connect with me with social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Irks. If you have anything that you want to put in the comment section. Again, I'm here for you. I'm part of your support system. You are part of my support system. This is what gets me going. These videos get me going. They get me motivated to move forward. Why? Because I want to help you. I'm a natural helper. This is like a win-win-win-win-win for me. Helping, humbling, giving you control, dealing with things that you may be dealing with and giving you my perspective, helping you answer some questions, and doing it in a video. Again, it's a win-win-win-win-win-win. So till next time, Back on Basics.